Hello, podcast listeners. We know podcasts are a great way to catch up on a program that you may have missed on KSJE, and it's provided as a free service of this radio station. But you know, KSJE is now listener-supported, and so while you enjoy this podcast, we hope that you'll also take some time to join KSJE. Become a member today. It's quite easy to do. Just go to our website at ksje.com/support and pick the level of support that best matches your budget. Thanks again for listening. Here's your podcast. "11 minutes past 8 o'clock. It's Monday morning, the 12th day of January, 2026. Good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Michlin. Thanks for tuning in to KSJE 90.9 FM over the air here in San Juan County, New Mexico. In Durango, Colorado, our broadcast frequency is 103.3 FM. And if you're listening to my voice anywhere else on the planet, you've gone to our website to tune in, ksje.com, or maybe you're using the new KSJE radio app. It is great to have you along with us this morning, so welcome aboard. Also welcome to our viewers who are watching the program today. The video is streaming out live from the KSJE Facebook page and also from our YouTube channel. So welcome everybody. So glad that you are with us, because coming up today, a little reboot for you, a reminder of some of the events coming up at the Farmington Civic Center. It is a rebroadcast of a program we aired during our winter break in December, but maybe you missed it. So a lot of things are still upcoming. So we've invited Randy West back to talk to us about some of the things he has planned, including news about some season tickets and things like that that are available for the first time ever for some of the local shows. They'll be performed by Four Corners Musical Theater. So stay tuned for that information coming up in the next few moments right here on KSJE. And then, of course, later on this hour, as we do on Mondays, we get to talk technology with Lewis Campbell from Synergy Computer Systems. He will be here for our Monday Reboot segment. That is coming your way today, 8:50 a.m. right here on KSJE. Next hour, of course, Mick Hess takes over the studio. He will take us roving with the arts. It is our weekday classical music program beginning after the news at 9:06 here on KSJE. Don't forget, you can also connect with us on other forms of social media like Instagram and Blue Sky and X, in addition to Facebook and YouTube. And if you're a podcast listener, you can find KSJE Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe for free and maybe discover a new local program that you may have missed recently. And there it is, the KSJE Radio app. It's available at the App Store and Google Play. Connect live with us anytime. Listen live from the radio station. You can also listen to podcasts right there in the app and get other updates as well. You can download it today from your App Store or Google Play. Outside our studios here at San Juan College, well, the studio thermometer is telling me it's 9 degrees outside. My phone tells me it's a little bit warmer than that, maybe around 18. Nevertheless, it's still darn cold outside, that's for sure. We're going to have a sunny day today. It is sunny this morning. Temperature about 37 in Farmington today, so all that snow on the ground isn't going anywhere too fast. Overnight low tonight with clear skies, 20 degrees. It'll be sunny tomorrow and a degree warmer, 38 on Tuesday, 25 overnight. By Wednesday and Thursday, we could see highs in the mid-40s of 44 degrees. And then by Friday, 45, mid-40s again for the weekend. Overnight lows remaining in the mid-20s. Back with Randy West from the Farmington Civic Center right after this on KSJE. KSJE is supported by San Juan Regional Medical Center. The caregivers of San Juan Regional Medical Center are committed to bettering the quality of life, health, and care of individuals, families, and our communities. Life is their sacred trust. Better is their mission. Here is their home. San Juan Regional Medical Center, improving the health of the Four Corners since 1910. Ready to make a difference close to home? The University of Denver Graduate School of Social Work Four Quarters program is accepting applications for the 2026-2028 Master of Social Work cohort. Classes meet Fridays in Durango, letting you keep working. Learn more at du.edu/socialwork/Four Corners. Students can change the future with DU and apply now for lasting impact.
Now back to Studio A and the award-winning Scott Michlin morning program on KSJE.
And in the studio with me today, we have none other than Randy West. He is the City of Farmington's Artistic Director. Randy, welcome back to KSJE.
Thank you, Scotty. Always a joy.
Great to have you here. You brought along with you Jordan Grant as well.
I did my other half.
Your other half. Jordan's here as well this morning, the Civic Center production manager. Good morning. Thank you for being here as well.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in, both of you, to do a little special show. During the holiday season, we wanted to have a few shows running while we're kind of on break here, and so I thought, what else than to talk to Randy West and Jordan about upcoming shows at the Civic Center and some of the things.
New year coming at us.
You've got long sleeves on, so you've got lots of things up your sleeve, so we want to talk about what's up your sleeve for the coming months, right?
Right now, we've announced our season, our full season, and we're going to talk a little bit about that as we go through.
Right.
The whole season is Sister Act, which they made a musical out of the movie, which was very close to being a musical already.
Right.
And we have that as our March offering in the end of March. And then once again this year we did the same thing we did last year, which is we polled the people that bought tickets from us. And the #1 requested show by a bunch on that survey was Grease. So we're doing Grease again. We're doing it out at Sandstone. So it plays 3 weeks in June and 2 weeks in July. And then right after that we prep and we do the first 2 weeks of August. We're back in the Civic Center and we're doing Shrek. And that's the show that's the slot, I should say, where we always try to we have auditions in March for people from little ones to adults to teens. We hold slots in the 2 summer shows, and we move our schedule. When we're doing the October show or the March show, we're all pro. So we work 9 to 5 like anybody else, and we put those shows together in 14 days. And in the summer, we move our schedule to 1 to 10. So if you're somebody that's working a job from 9 to 5, we can work the schedule so you can come out at 6 and still rehearse, 2 to 3 hours with us. And then we start the kids. They start in June on Monday nights, which are our one night off from doing everything else we're doing. We get Mondays off. Right. So Monday night we have what'll be called Shrek Boot Camp, where the same people that are going to work on the show teach all the dance and all the music to both the kids, and then a separate one for the teens and the adults. So when we hit that 14-day rehearsal period for Shrek, the locals go in knowing everything they're going to sing and everything they're going to dance. So programs that don't set it up like this, I think the locals end up being furniture, that they just say, you come out and stand here, you come out and stand here. And we're really proud of how well we blend local kids, locals, and the professionals into shows in the summer. And I don't think you could pick out and say, well, you can obviously see that the little ones are little, but we're looking to have about 25 local kids in Shrek. And then you voted for Chicago for our Halloween show, but Chicago is still on tour. So your second show you wanted to see is a show written by Frank Wildhorn, who's probably most famous for writing the musical version of Scarlet Pimpernel, which played on Broadway for quite a while. But he also wrote a musical version of Jekyll and Hyde, and that was your second choice. So that's the season.
That's it.
And if you call in or go to our website, there's an early bird offering, which is from now until December 31st, and that is if you want to buy a single for the whole season, it's $75, and if you want to buy a couple, it's $140, and you also get to pick your tickets, your seats, before they go on sale to anybody else.
And that's new, right?
That's
You've not done season tickets before,
right,
for these shows.
We tried, and the company that we work with, a great ticketing company, but they would give a discount code, and then some of the people that were coming in just couldn't manage that. And then why don't you did the negotiation on the season tickets, so talk about that a little bit.
Sure, yeah. Like Randy was saying, we were working with a ticketing platform, and the season ticket option was a little bit cumbersome on the purchasing side for patrons, and we totally understood and agreed. And we started working with a ticketing platform called On the Stage, and they worked very closely with us. They were
Nice.
They were very cool. They respect us. We respect them. We communicate with them all the time, and we actually got to work with them through the process of creating a season ticket that's simple to purchase, and it's easy to use, and you do not need to remember a specific 37-digit code in order to get your season tickets, and you can purchase them all in one go if you'd like. You can knock out your entire season, get your tickets, and you're good to go at one time.
There you go, and support all 4 of those shows.
Right. Absolutely.
And get seats to all 4 shows, so that's great. And so that's available now till the end of the year at one price, and then they'll go up a little bit in January, I think is what the plan is, right?
Right.
Yes,
for that season ticket price.
Yep, they'll increase by $10 in January, and even at that, you're saving roughly the price of a Sandstone ticket. You're basically getting the Sandstone show for free.
Yeah.
When you buy the season ticket.
So when you buy the season ticket, you're getting Grease for free. So just
Look at
it's
that.
very close to that.
Okay.
So that's what we were shooting for.
See, so there you are. And again, farmingtonshows.com is the website now that's been set up for all of the shows coming to the Civic Center and Sandstone and Tota and everything. You can go to one spot, which is great, but that's where you can get it. And if you're seeing this program before Christmas, it could be a Christmas gift. I don't know. If you're seeing it after Christmas, it could be another type of gift. I don't know. But we're going to run this a couple of times over our break, so that's great information, and that's what's coming. So lots of opportunities. And I'm just going to add my 2 cents to what you were talking about with the locals for the show that you do in August. And, you know, we've seen examples of that with Wizard of Oz and Annie when I was in that. And The Little Mermaid, thank you. That's right. And all the other ones that you've done. So people, I think, will remember all the different shows that included a lot of the local kids and teens and others in those types of things. Well, and they're starting rehearsals early to know their parts by the time they hit stage.
And we have a very active academy right now, which teaches classes.
Right.
Jordan's a little more involved in that. I'm global, but he also runs the productions that we do with the kids. And when we get there, you can talk about that.
Yeah, well, and we're getting there.
We're almost there.
We're going to get there.
I want to just say, in January, we have the Simon and Garfunkel story that's coming to town. We had them about 3 years ago, and the audience was large, and they really liked it. And since then, the actual show, the production, has moved booking houses. They moved to Roadco, which is the Sony touring platform in the United States, and I happen to know one of the higher administrators at that, and she called me and said, we want to do a new version of the Simon and Garfunkel story. Could we go to your theater and rehearse for 3 or 4 days and then do a world premiere of a new version? And we looked at that logistically. We helped them set up their tech for the first time. We helped them figure out how to get the tech in the touring boxes so they're ready to go. And they rehearse their show for 3 days with everything working hopefully by the end. And then we're going to do the world premiere of that new version. And because of the support we give them in those 3 to 4 days, we get the show for free. And so it's not only a world premiere, it's something that by having the skill level that we have in our personnel and having the theater that we have, we can help them, and it becomes a win-win. So that show is something that every dollar that comes in to see that show goes right back to us. So
nice.
That's cool.
That's awesome. That's great. And so if folks saw the previous Simon and Garfunkel show, this one's going to be different.
It is. It's still a story about their story.
Of course. But in a different way. It's not going to be the same show, I guess is my point.
It's going to be retooled.
Yeah.
And they felt it was ready to be retooled.
Okay.
And they just have done it. And
they chose Farmington to help them do that. So that's exciting.
We did the world premiere of the show The Planet about 3 years with them, which was the orchestra and the 4K video from The Planet, Our Planet, which is on Netflix, and an Emmy-winning score played live. So and we did the world premiere of that. So everything went well, and we were happy to have them, and they were happy to be here. So.
This is an example of your reputation precedes you, I think, Randy West, from
very,
people
very
that call
sweet.
you to set these things up for them. So that's exciting.
It is.
So that's coming in January, as we said. And so again, tickets are available now.
Now.
Okay. And folks can get those and get set up,
Yeah,
reserve their seats for the
absolutely.
January 17th.
And
then
I pass the ball back to Jordan. You want to talk about your show in February?
there we go.
Absolutely, yeah,
Because now
let's-
we're at Madagascar Junior, right?
Yeah, let's talk Madagascar, a musical adventure junior, which is one of the longest titles of a show we've licensed. So
Right. But you're not paying by the letter, so that's good.
that's right. That is good. That's
right.
very positive for us.
Yeah, but you're part of that. Your wife is part of this, right? As well,
Absolutely,
putting
yeah,
this
yeah.
together.
Yeah. So I get to be the director of Madagascar Junior, and my wife is my associate director for this program.
And tell him you did it last year,
I did, yeah. We got to work on Seussical together last year.
Right.
That was the
which
first.
was a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first time my wife and I got to work as a team on a production behind the scenes.
Okay.
We've been on stage together before, but not behind the scenes together before. So.
Okay. I've always heard the phrase that you're not supposed to work with animals and children, but spouses are okay.
Absolutely,
Okay.
they're not on that list.
Okay, good.
I found that a good move in my life.
Okay. See? There you
Which
go.
is so funny because we're about to work with many children who will be dressed as animals.
Right. Right. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
But it's very popular with the kids. That's why so many kids want to be in it.
Absolutely, yeah,
yeah.
Madagascar. It was a very popular film. It's got, I believe there are 3 of them, and a Christmas special. I
think that
so.
could be true. Sure.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Very popular franchise. This morning actually was the first time I got to get all the way through the script from beginning to end.
Okay.
And it is charming. It's funny. It's everything you'd expect from Madagascar.
Nice.
With musical numbers added
Right.
that are a lot of fun. But we're excited to get started with the kids. We actually start rehearsing with them on January 10th. We rehearse all the way through January and February, and then we perform February 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Okay.
And on Saturday the 21st, we'll have a 2 o'clock matinee as well as the 7:30 show.
Nice. Very good. And
So
all
we're
your,
training those kids to do the double show
That's
thing.
right.
See, you're training them early. That's it. So there you go. And you said you've got all your spots full for this show. But if folks are interested, this is part of the Heather Burgoy Children's Theater as well. And so if folks want to get involved with that, there'll be opportunities later in the year, I think, to do that.
When
right?
does the sign up open up for Teen Voices?
Right, yeah. So as you said, registration for Madagascar is full. We have 50 kids registered.
Wow.
So it's going to be quite a large cast.
Yeah.
And the opening night of Madagascar, which would be February 19th, is when we will announce the Teen Voices show.
Okay.
And then registration for that typically opens right at the first week of June.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So stay tuned is
Yes,
what we say
absolutely.
to everyone,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So, but that's coming up. Yes,
Also
sir.
in February, we're bringing back one night in Memphis, which is the show about the night that at Capitol Records, Elvis, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and who's the fourth one?
Oh,
Jerry Lee Lewis.
right.
4 famous
There's
singers
4 of them. Right.
met together for one night and spent the
Carl
night.
Perkins.
Carl Perkins is the 4th one.
There
Thank
you are.
Scotty.
I'm reading the screen.
Great. Bailing me out.
It's all right.
And that was really popular. They do all the numbers that they did. It was recorded almost secretly. I don't think they knew it was being recorded, but based on that recording, they recreate the exact songs. And they were celebrating their own songs, but with these other 3 people. So it was a kind of a well-known song smash-up.
Right.
And you liked it before, and I kept getting asked if we were going to bring it back. And yes, in fact, it's playing here on February 28th.
Okay.
Are those tickets on sale?
Those tickets are on sale.
They're on sale too. Yeah,
they are.
Exactly. So that's coming as well, and that'll be exciting.
In March, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No.
We have the Broadway tenors.
Right.
I actually know one of the 4 Broadway tenors, but we had brought the 10 tenors for a couple of times, and everybody loved them, and everybody bought CDs. But they're on a little different route this year, and this opened up, and all of 4 of these people have played leads on Broadway, and they've got a great sound, and they do a great show. And so we did book the Broadway tenors, and that's March 5th.
Okay.
And are those tickets on sale yet?
Those will be on sale soon. So from here on,
I didn't see those yet.
right,
yet
yeah,
on
from
the-
here on, with the exception of Four Corners Musical Theater, these are tickets that will be going on sale soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep watching.
And then in
get
March,
ready. Yep.
we start rehearsing very beginning of March for Sister Act.
That's the first of the 4 shows in
Right.
the Four Corners Musical Theater season.
Right.
So,
and
okay.
if you saw Legally Blonde last year, or if you saw Hairspray out at Sandstone, Coco played in both shows. She was the lead in Legally Blonde, and she's coming out to play the lead in Sister Act for her and for us.
Wow,
And boy,
nice.
if you've seen her on stage, it's worth a night of your life. And everybody else in the whole show is really wonderful. So I've never done it before. Sarah's never done it before. We're bringing Steve
That's never
Sproon back.
never stopped you.
No. I love doing new stuff.
That's never stopped
I
either one
love
of you.
doing new
Yeah. So
And I've
good.
done Grease 3 times, but I can do it a 4th.
Okay.
So that's just the biz.
Have you done Grease in the Desert?
No, and I
That's
haven't done
new.
it. I have not done it outdoors.
Okay.
And
so
I
there
love
you-
sandstone.
We are very much looking forward to leather jackets in the desert.
in July.
In July.
In July. But you can drive cars up on the stage, can't you?
We're exploring that.
Oh, okay.
I added that center platform.
Oh, that's
So
right.
we have one more. So it's kind of pinchy to
Okay.
drive a car. So we might have to either lose that platform,
Gotcha.
which limits
Sure.
the sets we can have. So
You'll figure it out.
We're
I'm
going to
not-
figure it out.
I'm not even
We're
worried.
going to surprise you. with
I
our
bet you
cars.
will. I'm not. That I know for a fact. So that you never fail to do that.
Thank
so
you.
that's true.
Thank
that's
you. You
true.
want to talk about the next one?
Sure, yeah. So
What's next? Yeah.
moving into April.
Yeah.
Once again, on April 12th, we're going to have Dinosaur World Live, which has been through before.
Right.
It was very popular. With
It's a short show for kids.
It is,
It's
yeah.
about an hour.
It
right?
runs about an hour,
Okay.
and then they do a short meet and greet with one of the dinosaur puppets. This
Kids and dinosaurs. What's not to love, right?
absolutely,
Yeah.
Not to mention this time around we've got the show beginning earlier in the day, so it's not an evening show.
Okay.
So you can bring your younger kids, and you don't have to worry about a late bedtime. So
Very
hopefully
good.
that helps us out and them out.
Okay. And that's on
What day is it
April
on?
12th.
April 12th.
Sorry.
Yep. Yeah. And so we had them here before. We had Dinosaur World Live, and then last year, or earlier this year, I guess I should say, we did have Dragons and Mythical Beasts, which was through the same production company with similar puppets. So we're coming around the bend again, and we're
Gotcha.
bringing back Dinosaur World Live.
Great.
And we're looking at, I'm not gonna say what it is, but we're looking at through the same company this next time around. So perhaps 2027 we'll bring in a new show that's not one of these 2 shows. But that's all I can say about that.
They do really great. And,
They do.
and the kids were just wowed
Oh, sure.
by that.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, their family programming,
Yeah.
and this is Broadway and Beyond theatricals, and
That's
their
great.
family programming offerings are just fantastic, top notch.
Very good. And I know that sometimes you're limited as to the show time for some of these traveling shows, and so it's always nice when you can try to get these shows aimed at kids a little earlier,
Yeah.
but it just really depends on, I think,
Yeah,
the
they're
traveling
routing.
schedule and when they arrive,
all
and
about
how
routing.
long it takes them to set up and then get ready to put on their show,
Yeah.
right? So
Absolutely.
I got it.
And they carry a lot of stuff.
Oh, no kidding. Right, exactly. They're bringing it all with them for sure.
Also in April, we
Yes.
have a treat. It's one of those weird things when I know somebody connected to this talent, and he called me and asked me if we could move things around and take her right after her series closes. She's on the series The Road, which is about country people going out and doing road shows and getting evaluated by Blake Shelton and you.
The other one.
We just had it.
We had
just
it.
had it.
I know, right? Who?
And
yeah.
he'll look it up. when
We'll
we
get
talk
it.
about
Well, our research crew, our crack
That's right.
research crew,
Crack. They're
is
on
going to
it.
be working on
They're
it, and
on
they'll
it.
let us know. Yes, but this is a music show, country music
Yeah,
show.
it's on right now. They're
Keith
down-
Urban. Sorry.
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban.
There you go.
And,
Jordan had it.
and they started with a large group, and they're down to 6 now. And Brittany Kellogg is one of those 6. And there's a rumor she's going further. We don't know if she's going to win, but she's very well liked by the judges. And right after that show ends, we're going to have her here in April, one of the first shows she's doing after the TV show. and she's playing here live April 18th. And
Nice.
everybody believes she's going to be a major talent in country music coming up.
Yeah.
And by doing this, we got her at a price we could afford. And next year, when she goes out, it's going to be about 5 times that. So
Nice.
that was a nice connection.
Sure.
That led to a chance to bring a brand new but up and coming serious country star here.
Yeah, very true. And I think for folks who are watching her now in the show, right, to be able to see her live and in
she's on
person.
the show now.
Yeah, I know. But to see her live and in person
Oh, yeah,
here in a few months
Yeah.
is exciting.
Well, and what she does on the show is sing. So you'll get her. Well, she's got a great voice.
Yeah.
And she's coming on all country, and of course they all are.
Yeah.
But nobody on the show is untalented, and she's down to the top 6, and she's going beyond that. We don't know how far at this time.
Sure.
You want to do the next
But
one?
I'm glad that you booked her. You
Yeah,
booked her
thank
before
you.
she got
That's right.
big and
before she
famous,
got-
so
yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we could say we knew her when.
We can.
That's right.
You know,
Yep.
exactly.
And they've assured me she's about the nicest person in the world. And
You don't work with not nice people.
well, she lives in Phoenix, so she's just popping over
well
from
then.
Phoenix to
Yeah.
do this show, which is cool.
Perfect. Very
You got to
good.
do the next one?
What else is coming up?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah.
Okay.
So those are our 2 offerings for April.
April.
In May, on May 3rd, we're going to have an Elton John tribute show. It's called the Rocket Man Show. It's no ordinary tribute show. It is huge.
Nice.
It is big. It is popular. And the performers are top-notch. So it's a really great Elton John tribute show.
We've looked at their box office numbers, and they're really impressive.
Absolutely.
He's
Okay.
the #1 total package if you want to spend the evening with, the music of Elton John.
Sure. Okay. And that's on May the 3rd?
May 3rd.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Then we go back to our shows again.
Right.
We actually, this is the second year that we're starting a Sandstone a little early. We started a week early last year. And we're going to start a week early this year.
That seemed to work out well with the weather
Well,
gods.
I'm
just saying.
Knock on wood. But you are so right that the monsoons hit right after we closed last year. And when we were doing the regular schedule, we sometimes had 3 rained out shows. And the first one we were doing, Mamma Mia, what we've been telling you is if the show rains out, just bring your ticket to any other show, we'll let you in. But
Sure.
the closing night of Mamma Mia, it rained. And so we loaded everybody that wanted to into the pavilion where the tarps are. We brought a keyboard, and the whole cast came in there and basically sang a live, not amplified version of the show. And we did say you can still get your ticket back we'll refund your ticket if this doesn't make it for you and you're
Sure.
feel like you didn't get the whole show.
Right.
Almost nobody that stayed asked for their ticket back because they felt they were so close, packed in there with the cast,
Right.
that they really got a personal thing.
Yeah.
And so we're starting.
And they got a great story to tell.
Yeah.
So.
And we're starting June 11th, and then we're playing through July 12th, which is 5 weeks. We do 3 weeks in June and then 2 weeks in July. And it's just kind of, it was funny when we were overlapping Connie Mack.
Right.
I would have people at Connie Mack, and sometimes it would be raining on the ball field, but it wouldn't be raining at Sandstone, and sometimes it would be raining in Sandstone and not at the ball field. But we had a pretty gentle summer until we had that big rain action after it.
Yes.
But we were not playing outside then.
Right.
And so that's Greece.
Okay. And you're sticking with that schedule?
Yes, and
This summer?
It was
Okay.
the most, by 3
Good.
times most asked for musical. And with Grease, my dear friend Jordan had to go through all the paperwork. When you do Grease, you get in the license the original production of Grease.
Okay.
And if you want to add the 4 songs that they created for the movie, that's a completely different license.
More paperwork.
Right. And so we got the show, but it took you another month and a half to get the movie songs.
Oh, we're still not completely finished.
No. Well, okay.
So Grease turned out to be 3 different licensing ventures. So we've got the show license.
Okay.
Now 3 of the 4 songs are through one licensing company, and then the 4th
interesting.
and final song is through a 3rd licensing company.
Wow.
And once we finish the licensing, then we get to track down the sheet music because they don't offer it.
Oh. Well,
And another bonus,
interesting.
I mean,
Interesting.
I think
Yeah.
Greece doesn't allow you, I mean, unless you make them, to do tracks. So we think we're in line to do the live band thing.
Okay.
And it's small. The whole, it's a rock band.
Sure.
And it's basically 7 players, two of whom are saxophones.
Right, of course.
And then the standard kind of rock, lead, bass, percussion,
Yeah.
and keys.
You got room for that.
And we do.
So-
We build a place for that.
You got,
So
yeah,
we got
exactly.
that.
So you're ready, but
And-
that's exciting. That's a
And
fun
then-
show.
Right. And then the kids have wanted to be doing Shrek for the last 3 years, and it's been on tour.
Right.
And we apply for it every year. Well, it's not on tour when we want to do it. And, you know, there's a ranking and stuff, that there's the on-tour stuff and then the professional level, which is where we are for licensing.
Mm-hmm.
But people say, Randy, why can't you change words? Why can't you cut this? We're on a very specific contract
Yeah.
that says we do the show as written, and we sign off.
Right.
And when I sign off on that, I'm basically signing the city of Farmington off on that. So that's why we have to sing the lyrics, and we can't take cuts. But we try to do our shows with so much energy that if it's a 2.5-hour show, it's just a fun time with the family watching musical theater.
Exactly. That's
And
true.
then-
But there's a lot that goes into it. I'm not sure
Yeah.
everybody that goes as an audience member realizes how much work that Jordan and you have to do to get all the things signed and the I's dotted and the T's crossed and make sure it's all good to go and legal and
Right.
all that. You just can't, I mean, it's not like Little Rascals, that's how old I am,
Right.
that we just put on a show and
Right.
find a barn and do it, right?
Well, same thing.
That is really an old reference.
When-
I can't believe I said that, but I did.
Well, I could do the second thing, and I'd be in a lot of trouble, so I'm not going to
enough.
do that. But during COVID, the city made real advances in terms of all our facilities, including sandstone.
Right.
And there were some things at some of the stones that you sit on were a little loose. Now we've got lights all the way to the end of the parking lot, which we didn't used to have.
Right.
We have benches where we used to have rocks to sit on. We will be partnering again with Clancy's. They'll be running the concession stand, so there'll be, I think, hot dogs, hamburgers, a surprise thing, and then all the normal things like ice cream and popcorn and
Sure.
candy.
Yeah.
And so that's at the pavilion, and we start that an hour before the show. So if you want to, send somebody in and claim your seat and then
Right.
come back out.
Well, it's like a
and
dinner
go back.
theater almost.
It is.
That makes it a nice evening out,
And
I
you
think,
can
in the
take
summer.
all of that into the theater.
Right.
So you don't have to eat at the pavilion, but it is available if you want to eat.
I've spilled
it.
many things on those seats in the theater, so
I have to tell you, I'm possibly known for that as well.
okay, fair enough.
My wife makes me wear washable clothes.
There you go. So very good. So
And then we come back in the auditions and the sign-ups for the Heather McGoy show are right at the end of Madagascar, but this is the actual slot. You want to talk about that?
the Teen Voices.
Yeah.
Yeah, in October, right?
Now that's 12 to 18-year-olds, so that's the older group. The Madagascar people are 8 to 12.
Right.
So we service both things.
Sure.
Go ahead.
2 opportunities. Go ahead.
Absolutely, yeah. So again, the Teen Voices registration that opens typically the top of June. That program begins directly after Shrek ends, so it would begin about mid-August. They would rehearse through August and September. And this year, which is a little out of the ordinary for us, the 3 performances will fall at the beginning of October. They're typically at the end of September. But this coming year, they'll be October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd for those performances.
Okay.
And I so wish I could give you a title of show on that. And
can't.
it
not
hasn't
quite
been
ready.
chosen. We have a front runner, but
Okay.
I can't.
All right.
It's got to stay under wraps for now.
Okay.
And
That's all
then
right.
that bumps into our October show, which
Right.
is Jekyll and Hyde, which
Exactly.
is basically, there's some dialogue in it, but it's very close to kind of being like a pop opera. I mean, there's a lot of the content is sung.
Right.
It's basically these important people who make really important decisions in London are all rotten to the core. And the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll is working on an experiment to try to bring out the absolute best in people, and unfortunately it goes wrong, and he also he brings out what's worst in people, and he occasionally changes into it. So he is Hyde. So one actor.
Well, spoiler alert. Thanks
Right.
a lot.
Sorry.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness.
So he is the Dr. Jekyll is a very nice guy. He's engaged to a very nice woman, and getting a little weird as things go on. And then Hyde takes it upon himself to stalk those people who were the rotten to the core political people in London, and many of them do not make it to the end of the show. So it is our Halloween. He kills more people than Sweeney Todd did.
Whoa!
Sweeney Todd.
Now that was quite okay.
That should take. But you picked it by and I'm happy to do it. I've never done that show either. I do like Frank Wildhorn.
Okay.
And it's got some songs you'll recognize in
Right.
it.
And as you mentioned, that's the Halloween show.
the
It'll
Halloween
actually
show.
start when on the October 22nd to
Yes.
November 1st. Pardon me.
Right. So we actually, I think it's going to work out to where on Halloween we do a matinee at 2 o'clock, and then Boo Palooza kicks in after that. And so
Downtown.
we're not going to do an evening show. That we'll just do the matinee.
The matinee, and let people
then
go
we'll
out
be
and-
free on Halloween night. I think that's the way we're going to do that.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It
yeah.
sounds like you heard it here first, everybody.
Okay, that's
so
right.
I think we've had an executive decision made about the performance. So there
And
you
that
go.
brings us full circle.
It does.
We do a Charlie Brown Christmas, which the production of Shrek will be by audition, but it's so great because if your child auditions and they're not quite there yet, we now have these two programs that are just sign up and you're in, and if you choose that you want to audition, because certain people that have been in it before for the roles they're going to audition, but you don't have to. If you want to be in the ensemble or maybe a little featured thing, you can just sit there and watch the process and learn. So maybe the next time you do it, you'll realize that auditioning is not as scary as it seems. But for Shrek, there will be auditions for all ages for slots in Shrek, and we are holding some teenage slots in Greece just because it is set at a high school.
Yeah.
And then Charlie Brown is by audition only, and it's a fundraiser for the Heather McGoy program, and
And you just wrapped up this year's,
we
we should
just
say,
wrapped up.
as we're talking.
You want to talk about
in,
our sponsorship for that?
in December.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, we did just wrap Charlie Brown, and that is a great segue into maybe talking a little bit about the emerging performing arts
right.
organization known as Juniper Performing Arts Foundation, and they were pivotal in making Charlie Brown happen. So Juniper actually funded that production.
Nice.
So they funded the production, and then any of the ticket sales that came back as profit from that go back into community performing arts programs, such as Heather McGoy. They're also partnering with a few other local organizations. I don't have all the details on any of those.
But it's separate from the city, to be clear,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
This
yeah,
organization.
yeah.
It's
They're their own nonprofit.
A new nonprofit that started to support the arts. And Four Corners Musical Theater and Heather McGoy is one of those organizations, and there are others. And so we're excited.
So you can go to them and give money directly to Four Corners Musical Theater if you want. That's protected. It can only come back to us.
Right.
We just have to write them a note what we want to, how we want to use it, and then it comes to Four Corners. Same thing with, you can make a general donation to them and they'll figure out where they want to put it, but you can also make a designated donation to Heather McGoy, and then that will certainly go to that program.
Right. So
that's great because we had people that wanted to donate to us.
To you, yeah.
And the city is a little complicated with how that.
Well,
we
as a
did
governmental
make it,
entity, that's a difficult thing.
So
yeah.
it's easier for us to have a nonprofit. Their books are open. You can take a look at anything going on there.
Right.
But they're set up to give. Well, the Connie Gotch Foundation, which gave a lot to a lot of performing arts, they worked their way down to nothing and stopped. And Juniper felt they could fill that void.
Sure, that's great.
So that's what they're trying to do for performing arts in the Four Corners area.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
And that organization is helmed by a lot of really great people that are really well known in the arts community in Farmington. Just to name a few, Jordan Richards is a part of that organization. I know a lot of people are familiar with him and the things that he does. Gina Intapa, who's also the marketing director for the city of Farmington,
Right.
who's a great supporter of the arts in general in our community as well, among so many others. They're from all different spaces and walks of life in Farmington. Just a group of people that really support the arts.
Yeah, so that's wonderful. And again, another great addition to the arts community.
Absolutely.
And again, they want to give back, and so it's a way to raise money and then help support your groups and a lot of others too.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. So very good. And
I
here
got
we
through
are
my list.
at the end of the list. We made it, didn't we? We sure did. And so a big season coming
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and lots of stuff.
And we're right now in the negotiation. We will probably be able to announce July 1, everything. We've already announced the shows for next year, but we're really negotiating with some really exciting touring stuff coming in here next year.
Exciting. That is exciting.
We just can't announce it yet, but
You can't.
But we
You
start
could,
with the
but
contracts
you-
now.
I-
But I can tell you it's really exciting stuff.
I know. You just like to get everything signed before you
Yeah.
announce it on the radio.
Right.
I get it. Okay.
So you got to keep an eye on us.
That's
we're,
right.
We're always bringing new surprises.
Exactly. and of course, using all the venues too. I know you've had a lot of cool things at Tota.
Yes.
And a lot of other possibilities out at Sandstone, and of course in addition to the Civic Center. So it's always exciting to see what you bring.
And we're at the point now where we are booking around. I mean, the Tota is available to rent. You can show movies there. You can do parties there. But and Film Four Corners has a permanent office there, and they do film
That's right.
Events
Right.
during the year. But we are also laying in a full season for the Tota for the first time around what's being done there, because people just love the Tota. I mean, when they come there, they say, this was the first movie theater
Yeah.
that I ever went to
In Farmington,
and,
sure.
in Farmington. And
Lots of nice memories.
yeah. So and it's great to see it alive again. And of course, it puts an energy in the downtown, which
Right.
the restaurants like. And of course, the Civic Center is always open for a show and dinner.
Right.
So, and the downtown's a great place to go. There's a lot of great places, or you can go anywhere. As far as I'm concerned, just go to
It's
dinner
true.
with the family, or just have a night out with the adults
And see a show.
and see a show.
There you go. Randy West, Jordan Grant, thank you both for coming in this morning. Appreciate it very much. This is KSJE. Did you enjoy that podcast? We hope that you did. And if you did, share it with your friends. And if you really want to keep podcasts like this coming, please support KSJE. You can do it easily online at ksje.com.